Hey everyone, welcome back for another deep dive.
Yeah.
And today we're tackling a topic you sent our way.
Okay.
It's the intersection of quantum computing, AI, and cybersecurity.
Oh, wow.
Three big areas on their own, but put them together and things get really interesting.
It's a potent combo, that's for sure.
Right.
A lot of potential for advancement and, well, disruption.
Exactly. And the article you shared, it kind of throws some fuel on the fire.
Okay.
It focuses on the work of Dr. Yogesh Malhotra.
All right.
And let me tell you, even the title is a wild ride.
Okay.
AWS, Quantum Valley Advancing New York State, GAI-LLM, Data-Driven AI Factories, to Meaning-Aware Human AI Ecosystems.
I gotta admit, that title alone, makes me want to know what Dr. Malhotra is getting at.
Right. It's giving very futuristic vibes, but also with a healthy dose of jargon.
Sure.
That's why we're here.
Right.
Break it down, see what we can pull out.
Absolutely.
And you've also given us some background on Dr. Malhotra himself.
Yeah.
Apparently, this isn't just some academic theorizing. He's been in the trenches of AI, cybersecurity, quantum computing, AD finance for over 30 years.
Yeah, so Dr. Malhotra has advised everyone from the Pentagon to Wall Street hedge funds, Silicon Valley venture capitalists. He's also faculty at both MIT and Princeton.
Wow.
His work has earned him recognition among AI and quant fintech Nobel laureates.
Okay, so we're dealing with a heavyweight here.
He's not just a talking head. He's got the experience.
Right. It's not just his resume that caught my eye.
Yeah.
There's a quote from him in this article that really jumped out at me.
Okay.
He says, "Data is profoundly dumb." Now, he's quoting another AI expert, Judea Pearl.
Right.
But I'm curious, what does that even mean? Is data really dumb?
That's the million-dollar question, right?
Yeah.
And it gets to the heart of Dr. Malhotra's argument.
Okay.
He's pushing back against the idea that simply having mountains of data automatically leads to intelligent systems.
Okay.
Especially in something like cybersecurity.
So it's not just about the quantity of data, but how we actually use it.
Exactly. Data without context, without understanding of meaning, it's just noise.
Okay.
It's like trying to build a house out of a pile of bricks without a blueprint. Might end up with something that looks like a structure, but it's not going to be very stable or secure.
That analogy makes sense.
Yeah.
And Dr. Malhotra takes this idea even further by quoting physicist Roger Penrose.
Right.
He says, "Consciousness is not a computation." Now, that feels like we're getting into some deep philosophical waters here.
Sure.
But how does this tie back to cybersecurity?
Well, both of those quotes.
Right.
Data is profoundly dumb, and consciousness is not a computation. They point to limitations of a purely data-driven approach to AI.
Yeah.
Especially in cybersecurity, where the stakes are so high.
Yeah, you're right. The implications are huge.
Yeah, we're not talking about recommending the next song you listen to.
Right.
We're talking about protecting critical infrastructure. Right. Financial systems, national security.
Right, and that brings us to another bold statement from Dr. Malhotra.
Okay.
He says that command and control supremacy is even more critical than AI or quantum supremacy.
Wow. Those are some loaded terms.
Right. What is he talking about here?
Command and control supremacy is recognizing that in this world of increasing complexity, we need systems that can anticipate and respond to unexpected events.
Okay.
Not just react to what's been seen in the data before.
Right.
Think of it like a chess grandmaster.
Okay.
They don't just react to their opponent's moves.
Right.
They're thinking several steps ahead, anticipating threats, planning counter moves, maintaining control of the board, even when facing unexpected tactics.
Okay, I'm starting to see where he's going with this.
Yeah.
It's not about replacing human intelligence with AI.
Right.
But it's about augmenting it.
Exactly.
It's giving us the tools to be more strategic, adaptable, and ultimately more in control. And it's not just about technology.
No.
It's about mindset.
It is.
We need to shift our thinking from being reactive to proactive and anticipatory.
Exactly.
So how does Dr. Malhotra's background and expertise inform this idea of command and control supremacy? You mentioned he's worked in knowledge management.
Right.
How does that tie in with his work in AI and cybersecurity?
That's a great question.
Yeah.
Dr. Malhotra understands that knowledge isn't just about data. It's about how we organize, interpret, and apply information to make decisions and take action.
Okay.
And in a world of rapidly evolving cyber threats, that ability to make sense of complex information, often incomplete information, is crucial.
So it's not just about having the data.
Right.
It's about having the right framework for understanding what that data means and how to use it effectively.
You got it. And that's where Dr. Malhotra's work gets really interesting.
Okay.
He's not just talking about these ideas in the abstract.
Yeah.
He's putting them into practice through his research and development projects.
So we've established that Dr. Malhotra, he's not just an armchair philosopher.
Right.
He's a serious player in the world of AI and cybersecurity.
Yeah.
Bringing a fresh perspective to the table.
He is.
But let's get down to brass tacks.
Sure.
What does this command and control supremacy actually look like in practice?
Yeah.
Can you give us some concrete examples from his work?
Absolutely. One area where Dr. Malhotra's ideas are really taking shape is in his research on model risk management and something called model risk arbitrage. Particularly in the context of financial algorithms and cybersecurity.
Model risk arbitrage.
Yeah.
Now, there's a term that just rolls right off the tongue.
Right.
Break that down for us.
Okay.
What's he talking about here?
Essentially, it's about understanding and mitigating the risks that are inherent in these complex algorithms and models that drive so much of our financial systems and cybersecurity defenses. Think about the algorithms used in high-frequency trading, for example. These systems are designed to make split-second decisions. Based on massive amounts of data. But what happens when those models encounter something they haven't seen before? A black swan event. That's where model risk comes in.
So it's like those algorithms are driving at breakneck speed.
Yeah.
And if they hit an unexpected bump in the road,
it
could be a major crash.
Exactly.
Wow.
And Dr. Malhotra's work is about building in those safety mechanisms, anticipating those potential bumps in the road, and ensuring that even if a model encounters something unexpected, the system as a whole can adapt and maintain control. It's about understanding the limitations of those models, the potential biases, the risks they pose if we rely on them too heavily.
That makes a lot of sense.
Yeah.
And it sounds like this idea of anticipating surprise is a big part of his work. In a world of constantly evolving cyber threats, that seems like a crucial skill.
It is, and that ties into another key aspect of Dr. Malhotra's research. His focus on managing uncertainty. He understands that in a complex, interconnected world, we can't predict everything. And that trying to do so can actually make us more vulnerable.
So it's not about trying to eliminate uncertainty, but rather about learning to live with it, even embrace it.
Exactly. It's about building systems that are resilient and adaptable. Not just rigid and rule-based. It's about understanding that the unexpected will happen. And that we need to be prepared to respond in a way that maintains our command and control.
This is starting to feel like we're talking about a completely different approach to cybersecurity than what we're used to. It's less about building impenetrable walls. More about developing a kind of digital immune system that can adapt and respond to whatever comes its way.
That's a great analogy. It's very much in line with Dr. Malhotra's thinking. He's not just trying to build better firewalls. He's trying to develop a new paradigm for cybersecurity. One that incorporates human intuition, strategic thinking, and the ability to learn and adapt in real time.
And I'm guessing that's where his work with the Air Force Research Lab comes in. You mentioned some ventures like AIM-Exchange and C4I Cyber. What are those all about?
Those are prime examples of Dr. Malhotra's ideas being put into action. AIM-Exchange is a platform that facilitates the sharing and collaboration of AI and machine learning models across different organizations and sectors.
So it's like a marketplace for AI models.
Yeah, you could think of it that way.
What's so innovative about that?
It's not just about sharing models. It's about creating a network of expertise and collaboration. Think about it in the world of cybersecurity. We're often dealing with threats that cross organizational boundaries. A hacker might attack one company to gain access to another, or they might exploit a vulnerability in a piece of software that's used by thousands of businesses for sharing information and collaborating on AI models, we can create a more robust and adaptable defense system, one that can learn from attacks across a wider range of targets, respond more effectively to emerging threats.
So it's like taking a page from the hacker's playbook, using their own tactics of collaboration and information sharing to build a stronger defense.
Exactly. And C4I Cyber is another great example. It stands for Command, Control, Communications, Computers, Intelligence, and Cyber.
Oh, wow.
And it's all about enhancing the military's ability to make sense of complex situations, anticipate threats, and respond decisively in cyberspace.
Is it about taking that chess grandmaster analogy and applying it to the real world of cyber warfare?
Precisely. It's about giving commanders the tools and information they need to maintain control. Even in the face of overwhelming data, rapidly evolving threats, unpredictable enemy actions.
It's about leveraging the power of AI and quantum computing.
It is.
But always with a human in the loop.
Always.
Making the strategic decisions, guiding the overall strategy.
Absolutely.
This is all incredibly fascinating.
Yeah.
But I have to admit, it's a bit overwhelming too.
I understand.
Are we talking about a complete paradigm shift in how we approach cybersecurity?
Yeah.
Or is this more of an evolution?
I think it's a bit of both. Some of the core principles of cybersecurity, they'll always remain relevant. Things like strong passwords, multi-factor authentication, keeping software up to date. But the way we think about and implement those principles needs to evolve to keep pace with the changing threat landscape.
So it's not about throwing out the old playbook entirely. But about adding some new plays and strategies to our arsenal.
Exactly. And I think that's what's so exciting about Dr. Malhotra's work. He's not just talking about incremental improvements. He's challenging us to think differently about the fundamental relationship between humans and technology. Particularly in the realm of cybersecurity.
And that brings us back to that initial quote. Data is profoundly dumb. Seems like everything we've been talking about flows from that idea.
It does.
This need to move beyond a purely data-driven approach to cybersecurity. To embrace a more human-centric model. Emphasizes strategic thinking. Adaptability, and what he calls command and control supremacy.
You've hit the nail on the head.
Wow.
It's about recognizing that while AI and quantum computing can be incredibly powerful tools, they're only as good as the humans who are wielding them. We need to be the ones calling the shots, making the strategic decisions, guiding these technologies in a way that serves our interests, protects our values.
This is all incredibly thought-provoking.
It is.
Makes me wonder, like, if this shift from data to meaning really does take hold, how might it change our relationship with technology on a personal level? You know, beyond the world of cybersecurity and finance, how might this impact our everyday lives?
That's where things get really interesting. Imagine a world where instead of being bombarded with all these notifications, algorithms vying for our attention, we have technology that actually helps us focus on what truly matters. What if our devices were more like trusted advisors, helping us curate information, deepen our understanding, make more informed decisions?
It's like we need a command and control system for our own digital lives. Instead of constantly reacting to the latest notification trending topic, we could be more intentional about how we engage with technology, using it as a tool for personal growth and empowerment.
Exactly. Think about how much time we spend scrolling through social media feeds. Often feeling overwhelmed and distracted. What if we had tools that helped us filter out the noise, connect with content that aligns with our values and goals? Imagine technology empowers us to be more mindful, more creative, more connected to the things that truly matter.
That sounds incredibly appealing. Especially in a world where it feels like we're constantly bombarded with information. It's almost like we've become slaves to our devices.
Yeah.
Rather than them being tools to serve us.
I think that's a very astute observation, and I believe Dr. Malhotra's work points towards a path forward.
Okay.
A way to reclaim our agency. Use technology in a way that enhances our lives.
Right.
Rather than diminishes them.
So instead of passively consuming content.
Right.
We could be actively engaging with it.
Yeah.
Questioning it.
Right.
Using it to make better decisions in our lives.
Precisely. It's a shift from being consumers of information to becoming creators of meaning.
Right.
And that's a powerful idea.
Yeah.
One that has the potential to transform not just our relationship with technology, but our relationship with the world around us.
This deep dive has been a real eye-opener.
It has.
I was initially drawn to this article.
Yeah.
Because of the futuristic language and the sheer audacity of some of Dr. Malhotra's ideas.
Yeah.
But what's really resonated with me is this idea of reclaiming control, of being more intentional about how we use technology.
Exactly.
How we let it shape our lives.
Absolutely. And that's the key takeaway here. It's not about rejecting technology or becoming Luddites.
Yeah.
It's about being more mindful, more discerning, ultimately more in command of our digital destinies.
Well said. And for our listeners who are as intrigued by Dr. Malhotra's work as we are, we'll be sure to include links to some of his research and articles in the show notes.
Yeah.
It's definitely worth exploring further if you're interested in diving deeper into these ideas.
Yeah, he's certainly a voice worth listening to, especially as we navigate this increasingly complex, technology-driven world.
And that brings us to the end of our deep dive for today.
Great.
We hope you enjoyed exploring these complex and thought-provoking topics with us.
Absolutely.
Until next time, keep diving deeper again.